When you take this and you multiply it across our company, it frees up hours and hours of time.
It's allowed us to standardize our processes across the group, so we're far more efficient.
So it really was a phenomenal HR tech transformation program that's really set us up for success in the future.
National Grid does big work. We look after the transmission and distribution of electricity in England and the southwest of the UK. We have expertise in marine engineering by laying cables in the English Channel. We are a mining company. We've just completed a 32-kilometre tunnel in our London power networks.
In the US, National Grid's regulated electricity and gas networks serve customers both in New York and Massachusetts, delivering energy to over 20 million customers.
National Grid's right at the center of the energy transition that we're in globally. So over the next couple of years, we'll be investing £70 billion into the assets and infrastructure across the US and the UK. The UK economy's main focus right now is growth, and you cannot grow without reliable electricity.
The high energy costs have been a real barrier to growth for manufacturing industries in particular, but others as well, and therefore a barrier to growth for the UK economy.
It may appear that on the surface we buy and sell power, but it's really about our people. Our workforce are hugely skilled. The majority work out in the field and they will do really important jobs.
So underpinning this investment, we need the right people in the right places with the right skills and a people function that is able to support that.
Yeah, this was a complete HR technology transformation across multiple countries, covering 31,000 people in the workforce.
There was a really important partnership on the programme between SAP, PwC and National Grid, and each brought a different set of skills. We looked at PwC to make sure that we were really implementing leading edge technology, but processes as well.
SAP SuccessFactors is the software that sits behind all of the services that the HR function delivers to the business.
We work with lots of organisations, but National Grid providing critical infrastructure makes it so important that it has to be right for the organisation and the employees.
We made sure that we consulted with colleagues who would be using the system in a day-to-day basis.
Fundamental premise of the project was just to make people's lives easier. So some examples of that is people were spending 15 minutes trying to raise a requisition to hire someone. And thanks to the work we've done with PwC and the implementation team, we can now turn that into a one-click process.
In the US, we have a large workforce that includes gas pipeline engineers, substation workers, and meter workers. So having an HR tech platform that's digitized and modernized is important to enable them to fully do their work.
When you look at the fact that we cleaned up 3,400 pieces of knowledge content and brought them into one place so it's easier to find, it's just making people's lives easier holistically.
There's also integrations like Microsoft Teams, where we're really meeting employees where they're at. They can do things like booking a holiday all within the Microsoft Teams environment.
The compounding effect of those incremental changes is huge.
It was a lot of work, 18 months of running really hard.
We really did operate as one team, often in workshops, but very much working together to solve problems. Our relationship with National Grid goes back over 25 years.
I think the length of time that PwC has worked with National Grid means they know how we operate in depth, and that showed.
We've delivered over 300 SuccessFactors implementations globally. That means that we've learned lots of lessons which we can deploy to our clients' benefits.
Business and technology is moving faster than it ever has before. So having access to critical workforce data is now so important to be able to adapt to change.
National Grid can build the workforce of the future, which will allow it to meet the energy demands of the wider economy.
What we're now able to do is look at the way we run our compensation, our performance cycles, start looking more in depth into our insights and analytics, and invest further into AI interventions as well.
So whether that's understanding where we might have a skills shortage or a high recruitment need, we've got the visibility of that now, so we can be more intentional about the actions we take.
Now that this transformation is done, work starts to ensure that we are able to provide energy that is affordable, reliable, and safe to the customers and communities that we serve.